I've been sitting on this video for like over a week now. I'm still not sure what I want to say, but I've never been good at planning. So here we go. So the month of October has seen two holidays. I guess holidays, that's like not the term I want. Two awareness days, I guess. One of which is, I don't remember what date it was on, but one of which was uh, Mental Health Awareness Day, and the other of which on the 11th was National Coming Out Day. For me, for someone like me, for millions of people like me, those 2 days are they coincide. And like I said, I don't have the words, so you'll have to forgive me for searching for them in front of all of you. When I was 14, I was a very emo child. That was kind of in, I guess, at that point. But there was something in the back of my head that told me that something was actually wrong. And not only that, well, it was about when I was 14 when I started realizing, as someone who's presenting as a female, I started realizing that I kind of like girls too. And that is a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old. And I know that there's a lot of people who think, oh, well, you were 14. How did you know? You couldn't possibly know. At the same time, as I was kind of figuring out I had feelings for women, some of my classmates were getting pregnant. So you tell me which one of us is too young. And I also hate that argument because there's nothing inherently sexual about being gay. Full stop. You know, it's just because you're attracted to any gender does not inherently mean you're going to have all kinds of crazy sex. So jot that down. But I digress. I had a really interesting childhood. And by interesting, I mean a little unorthodox. It was still good. I had two great parents who did literally everything they could to keep a roof over my head and food in the house and give me everything I ever wanted and then some. But growing up the way that I did, you know, I've never I never quite fit in more ways than one. You know, I went to a Catholic school, and I always felt like I was the odd one out. I don't know how anyone else, you know, if that's how they saw me, but that's how I felt, and it's still how I feel to this day, that I'm the odd one out. God, this is a train wreck. I'm sorry. I'm not even drunk. Like, I just got home from work. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. Yeah, I was 14, and I was sad all the time, and it wasn't just because I was listening to, like, Evanescence or anything, which I did a lot of. But I continued to be sad, and I continued to feel doubt and a lot of self-hatred, and hopeless. I didn't do anything for me. I did everything for anyone else because I didn't think I was worth the effort. I figured it'd be easier to, if I can at least make someone else happy, you know. That got worse and worse and worse till I was probably 25. That's over 10 years of living in the country, the political climate that we do as both a lesbian and a bisexual trans man. Untreated and trying to ignore it. Trying to will everything away. Like that was gonna fix it. Like if you just wait, it'll go away like a sore throat or a bum knee. If you just wait it out, sleep on it, it'll be fine. Spoiler alert, it wasn't fine. And I guess I was one of the lucky ones in that I never felt down enough that I was gonna harm myself. But I remember when I made my doctor's appointment, and I remember sitting in the doctor's office, and I remember her asking me why I thought, why I had self-diagnosed myself as depressed. And with little to no emotion, just deadpan looked at her and said, because this world would be better without me. And she did not know what to say to that. And it wasn't like a woe is me pity party. It was I believed that. And it was hard. And thinking back on that is wow. And I guess I'm kind of oversharing and yet undersharing because there's a whole lot more to that story of me and my journey, I guess. But the moral of the story, in honor of Mental Health Awareness Day, is that you should never ever be ashamed to get help. If you, I will fully say that I was afraid to go on medicine because you hear all those stories about, oh, well, I don't want to be a zombie. Well, if you're walking around like a zombie, then you're over-medicated. And there's nothing wrong with getting the help that you need, and look at it this way. If you're sick, your body needs a little extra vitamin C to help kick it into gear, right? So you get some of those Hall's vitamin C cough drops, or drink some orange juice, or you start taking care of yourself, right? Well, my brain, and millions of others just like me, I don't really make serotonin very well on my own. The serotonin machine broke. So I have store-bought serotonin. Just a little bit. Just enough. And while I still have bad days, and I still have down days, it's nice because I can focus so much better. You know, there are still days where I think I'm kind of useless to most everyone that I've ever met, anywhere, anytime, anyplace. But those days are a lot fewer and farther between. And I don't know. I guess if you're gonna take anything away from me rambling for like 10 minutes, it's don't be afraid to get help. You're not weak. Um, Meds can be scary. They can be. You know, I get it. There are a lot of doctors out there who kind of suck. But the other thing is you need to be honest with your doctor. I know people who will lie to their doctor about how much they're actually taking, like with their anxiety medicine. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not going to help anyone. It's good to have a fully functional brain, but store-bought is good too. All that said, so coming out day, I really love coming out day. I think it's got a really positive message of, you know, there's a whole lot of different kinds of people in the world, and we should celebrate all of the different kinds. What I don't like about it is the pressure that people seem to have placed on them to actually come out. Like, if you don't, you're not being a good gay, or you're not really trans, or whatever. And that, you know, everyone's journey is their own, be it depression or anxiety or any plethora of mental illnesses, or, you know, any discovery of a true self. Everyone's journey is their own, and sometimes you have to work through a lot of stuff to get to the good stuff. So do I have an overall message for this? I don't know. I'm kind of all over. I apologize. This is far, far from my best video. Maybe I'll come back with some more organized thoughts and details, and I don't know. I don't know. Guys, the world is a dumpster fire. And I'm tired. I'm so tired.